Good morning, students. This is your Maths 1 online teaching session. Let us continue with our second chapter, that is real numbers. Today I am going to teach you an important concept of multiplication and division on cells. In the previous session, we have finished with addition and subtraction and solved few sums based on that. Today, we will see how multiplication and division can be done on cells. Okay. Here also, it is the same rule that is to be followed, that multiplication and division can be done only on like cells. As we have seen, addition and subtraction also can be done only on like cells. Same way, multiplication and division also can be done on like cells. Now I have written an example of multiplication and division here. See, root 5 into root 2. Are they like cells? First question is that. See the order of this. It is 2. Order of this is 2. Both are of the same order. So obviously they are like surds. So if they are like surds, what is to be done? See, the rule is this. Root A into root B. Now both are like surds, correct? So it means that the numbers inside the radical sign can be multiplied. That it will be root of AB. Now here it is 5 and 2. That is the reason we got the final answer as square root of 5 twos are, that is 10. I hope this concept of multiplication is clear to you. What is important is the order should be same. If the order is same, they are like surds, then we can multiply the number written inside the radical sign. Now see the next example of division. Root 38 divided by root 2. The very first thing is this can be written in this form. Division means what? It is actually ratio. It can be written as square root of 38 upon 2. I can reduce it as 2 ones are and 2 19s are. What do we get? Get as square root of 19 upon 1. Correct? And I hope everybody knows that square root of 1 is nothing but 1. That is the reason we are not writing here as 1. We are only writing square root of 19. I hope these two concepts of multiplication and division is understood to you, because today in this session we are only going to deal with multiplication and division on cells. Okay, so let's see the practice set 2.3, which we have already started in the previous session. Also we have done addition, subtraction. Today from this practice set we are only going to do multiplication and division sums. So let's see, this is our first question. 3 root 12 into root 18. Correct? Now I have to multiply this. Both are of the order 2, root 18 and root 12. It means they are like surds. Now what is the first thing in such question is to simplify these two parts. Now root 12 can also be written as 2 into 2 into 3. No hard and fast rule that you write it as 4 into 3 as I have written. I have written because I know that it is a perfect square which will come out as 2. Square root of 4 is nothing but 2. But you can even write it root 12 as 2 into 2 into 2. Now you can combine this. 1, 2 will come out of the root sign. Yes, what will be left is root 3. So this is 2 root 3. This is what I have written here also. I hope you are understanding it. Correct? Factorizing and taking it out of the root sign. Same way, square root of 18 can be written as 3 into 3 into 2. I have factorized 18. Now this can be combined because this square root, two terms can be combined. It will come out as 3. What will be left is root 2. 3 root 2. See, this is what I have got here. I hope you have understood this step. Yes, we are factorizing it and taking it out of the root sign. After this what? We will multiply the integer part. 3, 2 and 3. So we will multiply that. 3 2s is 6 and 6 into 3 is nothing but 18. We got this integer part as 18. Then we will multiply this root numbers, that is third, root 3 and root 2. Just now I told you when you have such similar surds, you can multiply the number written inside the radical sign. So this will be 3 2s are 6. So we get here root 6. Okay, I hope all the steps are clear, that I get it as final answer as 18 root 6. How do I get that? Factorize the numbers which can be, take it out of the root sign like this. Once you take it out of the root sign, multiply the integer part together and multiply this surds part together. root 2 into root 3 is nothing but root 6. Okay, so I hope all the steps are clear. Based on the same type, these are the next two sums. Okay, multiply and write the answer in the simplest form. See this, 3 root 12 and 7 root 15. This is our question. What is the first step that I have told you? I will factorize this 12 as 4 into 3, 15 as 3 into 5. Correct? After this what? Once we have done factorization, from this root 4, 2 will come out and this root 3 will be left as it is. This root 3 into root 15 is not having any factor that can be taken out. So what I am doing is, I am separating it as root 3 into root 5. I am not changing the question. It was root 3 into 5. I am just separating it as root 3 and root 5. Okay? Why this is done? That I will tell you now. See, now this step is okay. I hope you have understood. After this what? Let us multiply the integer part. 3, 2, 7. 3 2s is 6. 6 7s is 42. This part is okay. Yes? Now see this. Since I have separated this like this, root 3 and root 5, what can be understood? Root 3 into root 3. What will be the answer? 3. I hope you know this concept, that when same numbers are multiplied, like root 5 into root 5, what do I get? Answer is actually square root of 25, which is nothing but 5. That is the reason why root 3 into root 3 is actually root 9, which can be written as 3. Okay, so this way I get 3 and what was left is root 5. So 42 into 3 is nothing but 126 and this root 5 as it is. Okay, I hope you are understanding it. Write it along with me. Try to understand. See what is done in this sum. Again I will revise the steps. 3 is written as it is. 12 is factorized as root 4 into 3. Correct? 7 is written as it is. Square root of 15 is factorized as root 3 into root 5. Right? Then multiply the integer part. This root 4 will come out as 2. And this I am separating as root 3 into root 5. Multiply the integer part. 3 2s are 6. 6 7s are 42. Root 3 into root 3 is nothing but 3. And this root 5 as it is. 42 into 3 is nothing but 126 and root 5 as it is. I hope all the steps are clear to you. Yes? Okay. Let's see the next question. It is 5 root 8 into 2 root 8. Just now I have told you, when the numbers are identical with the same order, see this is root 8 into root 8, that is nothing but root 64, which can be written as 8. Square root of 64 is nothing but 8. Okay, and see the integer part here in this sum, 5 and 2. So 5 2s is 10 and root 8 into root 8 is nothing but 8. So 10 into 8 is 80. Correct? So like this you can solve this sum. These are the next two sums based on multiplication. I hope you have understood. Now see this next one. Divide and write the answer in the simplest form. We come to division sums now. I told you first only, in this session I am going to only cover multiplication and division. Right? See this. Square root of 98 divided by square root of 2. First step what I have told you is to write it in form of ratio. Written after this. This is actually 98 upon 2 in the root sign. 2 ones are 2, 49s are. So this is what we get. And square root of 49. 49 is a perfect square number. Square root of 49 is nothing but 7. I hope all the steps are clear. For division, what you have to remember? You have to write it in ratio form. Yes, you have to write it in ratio form. Divide it. If this number is a perfect square, then you will get an answer like this. Or if it is not a perfect square, you have to leave it at this step only. Okay. So I hope division, this first sum was understood. Look at the next question. Square root of 125 divided by square root of 50. This is the next one. As I have told you, you will write it in ratio form first. Now this is square root of 125 upon 50. I hope you know both can be divided in the table of 25. 25 2s are, 25 5s are. Now neither 5 nor 2 is a perfect square. As in the previous sum, we have got it as square root of 49, which I have written as 7. But in this, after cancellation, 25 twos are, yes, and 25 fives are. Neither 5 nor 2 are perfect squares, so they will remain under the root sign. Do not do the mistake of writing it as 5 upon 2. They are not perfect squares to come out of the root sign. So it will be left as square root of 5 upon 2. Okay, I hope this is clear. Yes? Okay, see the next sum. Square root of 310 divided by square root of 5. Now first step is similar, write it in ratio form. Yes, when I write it in ratio form, what do I get? Square root of 310 upon 5. Now 310 can be divided by 5. 5 ones are 5, 6 are 30, carry up 1, 2s are. So we get it as square root of 62 upon 1. Now as I have explained you in the beginning of this session that square root of 1 is nothing but 1. Yes, that is the reason we don't write this when we write the final answer. And the final answer is square root of 62. We don't write it as square root of 62 upon 1 because this is understood, square root of 1 is 1. Okay, so what is the final answer? Square root of 62. I hope both the sums are clear to you. Yes, what we have learned till now in this session, we have learned sums based on multiplication and division. Now since this chapter is little lengthy and many new concepts are there, in every session I am including little part. This session I have included only multiplication and division, and I have given you assignment based on multiplication and division only. Now these two are actually the remaining sums of the exercise. Okay, see the sum, I will discuss it with you so that you don't do any mistake while solving. Now when I want to solve this, when it is multiplied, what is to be done? 3 square root of 8 is nothing but 4 into 2, right? And this will be root 5. This 3 will be as it is. Square root of 4 will come out as 2. This root 2, there is no combining factor. This will remain under the root sign. And this is root 5. Correct? Now 3 2s are is 6. And root 2 into root 5 is nothing but root 10. So this should be the final answer. Okay? Do not copy it from here. I'm just discussing. If any doubt is there, you can refer this. Now this is based on division. Division, what was the first step? You have to write it as 54 upon 27. Correct? You will write it in a form of a ratio. Now, you can divide it and reduce it to the lowest form and get the answer. Now, I am not doing it further. You divide it and reduce it to the lowest form. If you get a perfect square number, take it out of the root sign. If you don't get, leave it under the root sign. Okay? So, you try this too as an assignment question. This assignment question should be written in your notebook itself once you finish solving the exercise sums. This you can write below it as assignment sums, right? So in this session, I hope you have understood what we have done in multiplication and division of sums. Sirs, with this we end our session here. Remaining we will continue in the next session. Thank you.